It's sort of cold, but my heart is warm to fix this feature. Alrighty guys, so here we are out here in Dexter. Me and Eli, we are gonna get going crazy on this system. So we are doing a little bit of a facelift out here. So we got a concrete system out in front of the front door to this house. We're gonna be calling it the moat. So what we're gonna be doing to the moat today, or the next couple days, is we're gonna add some shelves inside here. So right now the entire system is about 18 inches deep, one level all the way through. So you can't really put any marginals in here unless you do some sort of floating islands, which we will be doing next season. But we are going to put we are going to put shelves in for planting spots in the edge of the system. We're also going to get the entire bottom of the system lined with river rock, so we have space for beneficial bacteria to grow. And the last thing we'll be doing out here these next couple days is we'll be adding a gravity drain overflow line over here. So we're going to tie into the back of the skimmer, drop down, trench a line in, run alongside the system, make our way through here, boom. We're coming out, going down through here, underneath the sidewalk, out into the yard, and then we'll drain for all of our excess water. So we got to dig a trench in under the sidewalk, trench in right through here, lay everything down and in, put it all in, slap it together, clean that up, rock it. So that's what we're working on. We're getting stuff unloaded right now. We're going to get this drained and cleaned, get a trench started, get dug, get some rocks unloaded, and we'll get going. So come on. Alrighty folks, so we have got quite a bit of pond and water drained and cleaned. So as you can see, the bottom of this concrete pond is pretty flat, as you can imagine, so we're having a fun time getting everything drained out. So we're going to get a lot of this taken out. We've gotten some other stuff prepped for later work. We've got all of our mulch and plant material moved out of the way for our trench. So this is where our gravity overflow is going to go. It's going to run this way towards the sidewalk, dive down, pop out the other side, boom boom bang bong, go this way, tie into our skimmer over here, and that's how that'll work. So right now the idea behind this is the spot where our overflow will be going in on that side of the skimmer will sit lower in the corner of concrete over there on that side of the feature. So the problem right now is that corner is the lowest part of everything here. So if this overflows, instead of getting out of that overflow like we're going to put in, it actually just leaks over the edge of the concrete, so it goes right on toward their foundation, which is no good. Not good at all. So while I'm getting that swept, I'm going to get some fabric laid out over the edge of the concrete where we're going to bring our boulders in to get our shelf work built. We're going to build this shelf and this shelf entirely aside from our gravel work, since we don't have gravel today. That consists of building the shape of the shelf, getting it backfilled with smaller boulders, building the other course if we have to get our heights we're looking for. Same thing here. And ideally, we're probably going to end up having to shovel some of that ice out into a wheelbarrow, taking that over to the side of the hill, dumping that so it can melt, get that side finished, cleaned up, and then we have one more shelf to build back in there. That's what it's looking like, guys. It's actually turned out to be a pretty nice day now that that sun is peeking out over the house. And we're going to keep going. Let's go. Rough start to day 2 out here in Dexter, guys. Eli's got crunchy stuff that's hardened on his hat. We don't know what it is. Doesn't have a t-shirt. He brought 5 pairs of pants though, so we're off to a good start. So we're out here in Dexter. We're getting going. We're gonna make this quick because my camera's about ready to die, and we need to get this plugged in so we can get underway with finishing up our main building portion of this feature. So we have our rocks that we need to finish up staged right here. We have 2 of our islands about 85% built. The last 15% is going to be filling in the small spots with the cobbles we brought today and gravel that we have. So we're going to get those 2 top dressed and finished off. We then have this side of the feature to finish up with. So we got to power wash this side quick. There's quite a bit of ice in here yesterday, so we didn't get to power wash everything, but we're going to power wash this, get another shelf built out into this corner, and then fill everything in with gravel. We're going to gravel the top portions of both of those to sort of give them a nice finished shelf look. Gravel the entire bottom of this with 1 layer of rock. Gravel this shelf in over here, and then this will be finished up, and we'll get a hose dropped in here to fill this bad boy. That's the gist today. Let's get after it. Catch you guys after this thing gets some juice. Everyone, we are now done in the pond. We have our 3 planting shelves done, 1, 2, and 3 over by the waterfall. We have our gravel laid down in the pond, rinsed off so it looks nice and pretty for you guys. And now we are going to work on this overflow. So we're going to dig a trench from left side of the skimmer here. We're going to come around, going to keep going down gradually. Then we're going to go under the sidewalk there, and out the other side, and we'll be done. Alright everyone, good morning. We are back in Dexter for our final day. Got it somewhat filled up. We still got a couple inches to go. Today we are going to winterize the system. So that entails we're going to cap these plumbing lines after we fill them with antifreeze. We are going to bulkhead through the skimmer there so that then when the water overflows, it falls into our 90 here. And then we're going to add some mulch, pretty this all up, and finish out our feature. All right, everyone, we got the pond all filled up. We test ran it. Now for the winterization process, what we're gonna do, Connor's down there with a shop vac. He's gonna stick his the end of his shop vac hose into the plumbing line and blow all the water out here. So then when we're dry, we can fill it with antifreeze and then use these plugs to fill it up so it doesn't crack and explode over the winter time. Alright guys, so we just got finished up blowing out this plumbing line. We used our shop vac. So like Eli said, we were blowing out this plumbing line and filling it with RV antifreeze so we don't have any issues with it during the winter time. You do not have to do this with every single one of your plumbing lines with all of your features. This is just specific to this feature. Some other select features we do this with as well, but that usually comes to how the plumbing line has been laid. So this plumbing line has been laid in sort of a U shape. So then during winter time, if we were to just let this sit, all the water in that plumbing line was going to freeze up and then cause an explosion in that line, cause cracks. None of that's good, so we want to prevent that, obviously, because also the plumbing line runs underneath their front concrete step, and it's not going to be fun to get underneath there and replace anything right there. So what we're doing, like you said, we blew out the plumbing line using a shop vac, and then now we have a cap down on the other end, and we're going to use RV antifreeze to fill this up with, just as a secondary measure to blowing out the plumbing line to make sure that this line will not freeze up over winter. And then we should not have any issues with crackage or any sort of breaks over the winter time. So that's why we're doing it. Don't worry, if you aren't used to doing this to your feature, for the most part, you probably do not have to. Thank you. All Alrighty, now that our cap is put in, we connected with the Fernco back into this just so we don't have to look at a weird disconnected pipe though. All the water's been drained. We got plenty of RV and marine antifreeze put in these pipes so it won't freeze on us. Now time to clean up our mess, get some of the mulch laid down, and we will be finished up out here in Dexter, guys. Woo!
All right, everyone, we are finished out here in Dexter, Iowa. Pond's looking great. The landscape around it's looking great. We will be back in the spring to do a clean out for this. Other than that, it's all shut down for the winter and ready to go. Like the video, follow for weekly uploads, and have a great day.